Hey, gang.
What's up, fam? What's up,
Whoop,
y'all?
whoop.
Yeah. YouTube Shorts taking off. Ouch.
Yeah, we've officially hit the big leagues here at the Sleazy Mode.
Yes. Did it. We did it, everybody.
Buckle the fuck up, all right?
Yeah. Hold tight, because the ride's just beginning, fam. All right. 2K views in a matter of hours. It's fishy.
What?
Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Well, taking a break from the king of cringe videos, we're going to do a tier list.
Woo!
Today, tier list is going to be about the hottest old women that we could find. Old meaning 50 and above. No, we're not ageist, but that's just the rules. Okay? Okay, fam?
Yeah, I feel like young gals, they get all the attention. I think we're paying homage to these beautiful older women who aged so gracefully over the years. So this is
Like
more a
fine
celebration.
wine. It's actually
exactly.
It's a feat of impressiveness. S tier being total smoke show. That's what the S is for. A is a little bit below that. B is kind of, the mid tier, of course, put on some age. C, okay, you got a C. And D is probably the worst. So today,
Just I'll preface, just making this list means I probably think you're kind of hot. So like just be flattered no matter where you end up. Like
sure,
you've done good, all right.
you did a great thing. I mean, you age like fine wine. And what a compliment. Sounds awesome. I want to age like fine wine, and I am. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Okay.
Dealer's choice, wherever you want to start.
Probably wouldn't expect it. I'm going Gabrielle Union. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who Gabrielle Union is. Is this a recent picture of her though?
Really?
The name's familiar. I don't know what is she like? She a fucking movie star or what?
Yeah. So she is 51 years old. She was in 10 Things I Hate About You. She was in Bring It On. She was in Bad Boys 2. You don't remember her in Bad Boys 2?
I don't think I saw Bad Boys 2. That would have been like the only I didn't see. I somehow missed Bring It On.
You probably missed 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Listen.
I'm not a chick, so I don't watch that shit.
Well, as a child of a parenthood where my mom loved these types of movies. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay.
13 Going on 30. Fucking anything on Lifetime. You know what I mean? Like that was the shit. So she was in 10 Things I Hate About You. Bring It On. I mean, I can't believe you haven't watched Bad Boys 2. You freak.
Nope. Somehow missed that one.
Well, just
I will say though, like I have no context of who this is. If this is a recent picture, she has aged beautifully. She looks very, very good for 51.
I don't really know. I don't know if this is a recent picture or not. It's probably pretty close. But for 51, like it's probably not too far off.
Black people do age a lot better than most people, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's still looking like a smoke show. I mean, she's really, really pretty. Shit.
Now, S tier being the absolute smoke show. I mean, I feel weird putting her in S tier.
I'm at A only because, like, I think if there was a way to confirm if this is what she still looks like, then I'd be more comfortable pushing her up to S. I just don't know how recent. I don't know how recent this picture is, but like, if she looks the same and I could confirm that, then I think she would definitely be an S.
Oh, what? All right, wait a second.
Technical difficulties.
We fixed it. Okay. All right. So Gabrielle Union, A tier. I agree with that. Very attractive woman. Very attractive. Yeah. Let's move on.
Truly aged gracefully. Good for you.
Very nice. Very nice. I want to talk about this one. I don't know how to use Photoshop. What the fuck are you talking about? Fran Drescher. Okay. 66 years old.
Yeah.
The nanny, really?
I mean, she was definitely a lot finer back then, but I think for being a 66 years old, she could still get it.
Really?
The worst part about it would be her voice as you're plowing her the whole time. But
yeah. No. I disagree.
okay.
I disagree. I like hot. I think she's very attractive. I think she's a very attractive woman, but like hot smoke show?
She's held up, I'd say. 66 rough, man. Like, think about most 66-year-olds. They're all blue hairs eating at fucking buffets and shit. Brandon Drescher could still get it.
All right. You provide a good argument. There's no, yeah, you brought up a good point.
I think she gets a few bonus points for her advanced age because, yeah, she's going to be a bit older than a lot of the gals on this list, I think. So.
Oh, definitely, right. She definitely doesn't look her age.
Right.
So
that's a strong 66, but I do agree with you. It's hard to put her on the smoke show S tier pinnacle, of course.
Well, where do you set her? I would say, I feel mean, but I'm going C tier.
I was thinking B or C myself, and I think bumping to C is fair because her voice is atrocious. And that definitely brings her down a peg.
Middle? Can we put it in the middle?
I think C is a fair grade. If that's where your gut's leaning, I think that's fair.
I think we're going C. Sorry. I can't. And I've never really seen The Nanny. You know, I've seen clips here and there, but it's not like
that's bullshit. My grandma used to watch that bullshit, so I'm a little familiar with it. I'm like, oh, she's a pretty lady. I wish she was my nanny. Yeah. C's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, Fran, if you're watching, you did good. Right. You're 66. You're doing the thing. Good for you.
Holding up gracefully. Diane Lane.
Who's Diane Lane? It's another familiar name.
Diane Lane? Jesus Christ! I thought you were cultured. She was in Unfaithful with Richard Gere.
The old people movies. I haven't seen them, unfortunately.
Oh,
these are like movies like old people watched in the 90s, so I missed them somehow. I
mean, pretty big star for the most part. I mean, I don't know what she's been in lately, but
probably in bed a lot, fucking.
But just from I guess her face. 59 years old.
Wow, yeah, she's very pretty. She looks really good for 59. She's. If I didn't know who she was, I'd guess she was some kind of like pretty country singer or something.
Right. Yeah. She's got country singer face. Yeah. Cowboy boots right below that dress, you know? Makes sense.
I bet she makes like really good peach cobbler. She looks like a lady that knows how to cook some like.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get Southern vibes from her. She might not be Southern at all, but for some reason she screams Southern to me.
Oh yeah, she can mean a mean country gravy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Tell you what, she's got the shit. Well, where do you put her?
I don't know. I'm kind of down the middle. I'm kind of leaning B tier, which is not a knock in any way. She's really pretty.
That's a good grade.
I think she's a solid, pretty, almost 60-year-old lady.
I kind of want to put her next to Gabrielle Union, but the thing is, Gabrielle's 51 and this one's 60, or Dan Lane's 59. Gabrielle Union's 51. I kind of want to give her A tier just because I feel like Gabrielle Union and her kind of share a vibe in the look a little bit, you know.
I think I
They
might
both have a
disagree.
glowing atmosphere to her.
The only thing that makes me struggle with putting her next to Gabrielle Union is side by side. Gabrielle Union is much prettier, in my opinion. I
Sure.
think she's just so it's kind of hard to do. I mean, yeah, there is an age discrepancy, but I think if we're being objective by just like who's the hottest, who would you fuck now, who's the prettiest, like I think side by side, either Gabrielle gets moved up to S. I just don't think they compare. I mean,
I think let's wait. Let's wait. So let's pop her down to B tier.
yeah, well,
We'll B
there
tier
might be some.
Diane Lane.
I think we need to like try to be consistent with our ruling. Like, you know, like when you look at the chick, I think as we start comparing the chicks to like the tiers, their respective tiers we think they're at, I think we'll have a better idea of where they all fit in.
Sure. Yeah, we can move people around. So we'll wait on that. That's a wait. Oh, whoa, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Awesome. Yes. Great call.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is one that we both agree on. Totally.
Her scene in The Wrestler, and she was probably at least 50 in that scene, man. And for those who've seen The Wrestler, you know which one I'm talking about. Man, she is sexy. She is a very, very pretty woman. Great body for her age. Marissa Tomei's the shit.
And she's hilarious too. My cousin Vinny, when she's up there on the stand.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't look. She doesn't look her age at all. Like you think about it, she's been around for a while and she's been hot the whole time.
Yeah, 59. You would have never guessed. She doesn't look a day over 45.
No way. She'd be a hot 45. Man.
A hot 45, right? You know, Spider-Man. She was like the hottest Aunt May. Oh, for sure. Fire. It was a weird role, I think, because Aunt May has always been like this frail old lady, you know, in all of the Spider-Man movies I've ever seen. And so to have somebody like
have a hot Aunt May, it's kind of a weird idea.
Like that's crazy. Like, oh, but she did a great job. I love her in that.
Yeah, that's not a knock against her acting abilities at all. Just a weird casting choice.
Sure, but it worked in a way. It was obviously very odd for, you know, people who are used to the old lady, but like, you know, it worked. It really worked because Spider-Man was so young. Peter Parker, Tom Holland.
That's an old Hollywood trick, man. They just put hot ladies in for every role. Like that's what they do. So
yeah, that's fine. I already know what you're gonna say. I already know. This is an S tier.
Yeah. She's very pretty, but she's sexy too. Like Marissa Tomei is a very sexy lady. It's beyond just beauty. She's got that it factor. The it factor is I want to do her and hope to impregnate her, even though she's really old. You know, but we'll try.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, S tier. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, good call.
You don't know? You know Catherine Zeta-Jones, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. I didn't think about her, but this is definitely a good pick. Sure. Yeah, no, she's. Do you know how old she is?
Yes, I do. Catherine Zeta-Jones is 54.
Oh, I thought she was older. I was going to say she looks really good for being like 68.
Ouch.
Ooh, 54. I mean, she's still obviously really, really pretty. But like looking at this, I would have been convinced she was much older, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, she looks older than 54. I mean, she looks good, but she looks like a dolled up 60-year-old to me.
Well, so knowing that she's 54 bumps her down a little bit for you?
At least in my eyes, yeah.
Aw.
I mean, she's still hot. I mean, she looks like her titties are still holding up pretty good for her age in this picture, at least.
I guess, yeah. For the most part. I don't know. Married to Michael Douglas.
He's got to be what, like 906, I think?
907.
I think his dad recently died, and his dad was like 100 and something. Like he lived forever. So, even though he's really old, he's probably like a Douglas 22 right now. So he's in his prime.
For sure. Michael Douglas was in Wall Street. Oh, what was that movie? Was he in Cruel Intentions? Was that the guy?
I didn't see Cruel Intentions.
Oh man, fuck off. All right.
Another
Where
old man '90s actor.
all I know is old man movies. Well, Catherine Zeta-Jones, where do you put her? You're going B tier, aren't you? A tier.
I'm leaning more.
B tier.
I'm leaning more C personally, but that's just
C
me. C.
next to Fran Drescher, really?
Well, Catherine's not as pretty as the B tier lady. She's not as pretty as like any of the other ones. I think she's as pretty as Fran at 66, and if Catherine would have been 66 as well, then it would have made more sense because
Oh,
she looks like she's. I don't know. She just for a rich 54-year-old, she looks kind of old. Like her life's not that hard. She should chill out a bit.
you think it's stress induced?
Maybe.
Not enough Thompson's water seal.
Or maybe the Douglas clan just fucking drinks her blood to stay alive forever.
Stay around.
She's actually only 13, but they tell the media she's 54.
Yeah, she tells Google. That's where you got it from.
I'm 54, I promise.
All right, I think this is cheating. You're cheating here. You got Cindy Crawford up here.
Yeah, I had to. She was like the hot chick when I was a kid. Like she was in all like the Budweiser fucking posters at the gas station, on TV. Like Cindy Crawford was everywhere. Like
Everywhere,
she she was like the hot model when I was a kid. So I just always thought she was super pretty. And
super, yeah.
I don't know how old she is now, but she looks good for whatever that age is.
How old do you think she is?
Late 50s, I'd say 58.
Oh, pretty close, 57. Considered one of the greatest supermodels of all time. Worked for Chanel, Ralph Lauren, Budweiser.
She had the wart. She got the wart on her face above her mouth.
Right.
Sexy wart.
Yeah, good call.
It's kind of weird how like guys like Lemmy Kilmister have warts on his face, and you don't want to instinctually lick them, but this chick has one. You're like, dude, I would put her wart in my butt, like whatever she wants.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, totally. Just clean it up a little bit though. Spoof, but really fluff it up this time, because this is a special lady.
Well, no. I'll ask her to fucking get it ready for me. She put an ice cube on it first, get it nice and hard.
All right. Hey, pucker up, baby boy. Let's go. So where are you putting her? I think the supermodel aspect is like they're designed to be this pretty.
Oh yeah.
Whereas some of the other ones, they just kind of were just beautiful in their natural sense. Like they just showed up to an audition or whatever and did it.
That's a good call, because Cindy's like, she's been a model forever, so like there's so much upkeep. Like a model for life, you have to do everything you can to uphold this standard of beauty. So she's really had to work at it.
Yes. Well, I mean, she did a great job. I mean, she, like I said, one of the greatest supermodels of all time. Like that's a rare instinct, that happened. I mean, there hasn't been a greatest supermodel living, lately, like a millennial.
Yeah, you don't like. Yeah, there's not. I don't like have a lot. I don't know a lot of models at all. Like there's
except for this one
that get their notoriety, and like everyone knows who they are. Like yeah, everyone knew Cindy in the '90s. Like she was the fucking hottest chick in the world.
Still is to some men vaping right now.
Oh, Cindy could definitely get it.
All right. Well, we probably already know.
I'm kind of leaning B, and
it hurts. B.
It hurts to say, but because I do such a fun part of my growing up and getting into pussy was due to Cindy Crawford. But I mean, next to Gabrielle Union, I'm still doing this objectively, like in the sense like looking at him like I'm at a bar. Who would I pick up? Who's like the prettiest one that you want to take home? And I think Gabrielle Union's just held up better.
Wow.
I think she has black people age better. I think maybe she got lucky on this one.
Sure. Okay, not what I was expecting. I was expecting you to go S tier totally.
Oh well, where were you sitting?
I was expecting you to say S tier because you have such fond memories of it. I mean, Cindy Crawford's 57. It's not too far off from Gabrielle Union.
I might just be looking at it like a total pig. I'm looking at this like I said, I'm at the bar. I mean, you're not going to take these chicks home because we're fucking mooks. But like, if you had the option that you're at the bar, all these pretty ladies are around, you're gonna take one home. Like, Cindy's a strong. Gabrielle Union, I think, is prettier than Cindy Crawford, at least at current time.
Sure. All right. Okay. Wow. Not what I was expecting. All right. Cindy Crawford on B tier. Ooh, I can already hear the comments right now. Like, motherfucker, are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, this will stir up some...
these guys. Are you fucking serious?
Stir up some controversy.
Sofia Vergara.
Don't know who this is. She like got a cooking show or something.
Fuck. God damn. What are you doing?
What 90s cop drama was she in, Nick?
She was in Modern Family. That was made in 2012, you ass.
I don't watch Modern Family. Oh, sitcoms. So it's a TV show old people are watching now.
Sure.
Okay.
She's on America's Got Talent. The worst show in the world.
I somehow missed that one. Is that the one with Howie Mandel?
Yeah. God, you don't know Sofia Vergara?
Is she a judge on that? I mean, I've seen that show a little bit. Is she a judge on that show?
Yeah, something like that. The worst show in the world? Yeah.
I mean, she's hot. How old is this lady?
51.
She looks good.
Wow. I don't know Sofia Vergara. Ouch. Person right in the feels. I mean, this is S tier for me.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I somehow didn't put Jennifer Lopez on my list. So I'm hoping you did, but if not, I think we missed an opportunity.
Why? Yeah, no.
This lady is like the fucking. This lady's the Sam's Choice J-Lo for sure.
No, come on, don't be mean.
Looks like she's really hot, but this might not be the best picture. She looks kind of muscular in this picture, and I think that might be just a bad photo.
No, very
is she muscular?
Too. No,
okay,
very slim woman. She really is.
It looks like she's wearing a wig to me for some reason. Her hair doesn't look real.
Never wears a wig. Promise you. I swear. 51. 51. This is Bay. Shut the fuck up right now.
You're pulling my leg, dude. This is definitely a fucking muscular cancer patient wearing a wig.
Sure. Okay, let's go with that. Where do you put muscular cancer patient on the tier list?
Jokes aside, she is very pretty. She looks great for her age. I would feel comfortable putting her on the A tier personally. I think she stacks up with Gabrielle Union.
I can't.
I think like side by side they stack up.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Had she done a sexy dance in a wrestling movie, she might be S tier, but I haven't seen that movie yet. So
yes, I don't know Sofia Vergara. It's just Halle Berry.
She's very pretty.
Gorgeous. Yes.
I think she. Yeah. No, she looks good. She's been coming out and doing UFC promos because she did some fucking movie where she's a fighter. Probably a bullshit, stupid movie, but like, I'm like, damn, Halle Berry's still looking good.
Sure. Right? Yes. Black don't crack, man, and Asian don't raise it.
That's true. I didn't put any Asians on my list. Who's a hot old Asian?
Lucy Liu.
I guess. I was gonna ask. She's probably old by now. Yeah, Lucy Liu.
Kinda, yeah.
Honorable mention to Lucy Liu. If you're over 50, I'm sure you are. You're probably still hot. I don't know.
Asian don't raisin. No, X-Men X2. She was Storm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fucking love that movie. Timeless. Catwoman.
What was that
the worst
fucking
movie in the world?
She looked good in it, but is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
What
no.
was that? What was that movie she showed her titties in? There's a 2000s movie, early 2000s movie. She had short hair in it, and she was like out on a fucking beach chair, like a lounger.
That could have been
fuck's that movie called?
James Bond.
No, was it? No, there's no nudity in James Bond. Was Halle Berry in a James Bond movie?
Yeah, she was in the one with Pierce Bronson. What was his name?
Swordfish. Swordfish is the movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't remember anything else about that fucking movie. I just remember her titties in it. I'm like, damn, dude, Halle Berry's toit.
That was kind of a weird looking movie. It looked very yellow, very orange, and it was about like a bank robbery. I'm sure.
Well, she showed her titties in it, so
I guess I think she was a big part of that movie too.
This is a tough one for me, man. It honestly is.
She was in John Wick.
She was.
Kingsman, yeah. Golden Circle. She was also in Robots, if you ever saw Robots. Of course you haven't. No, you don't ever see any movies.
How old is Halle Berry? You know?
57.
I was going to guess she's almost 60 years old, man. This is what she looks like. Fuck. She probably has an AARP card at this point, and she's still walking around looking like that.
I don't know if this bumps her down or not, but I think she claimed that she cured her diabetes with this type of berries, and like still has diabetes. Like,
yeah. Well,
so where do you put her?
Well, yeah, she is. She's been a celebrity for a while, so she's probably dumb. She's kind of like Gwyneth Paltrow, you know.
I don't know about that. All right, I don't know about that. Gwyneth Paltrow is pretty goddamn dumb.
We could have put her on the list too, though. I think she's really pretty. She's fucked in the head, but Gwyneth is a pretty lady. I didn't think about putting her on the list. She's probably 50. It's true. Yeah, yeah. I'm torn between S and A.
Because she looks this good at that age.
Right. She's almost 60. She's fucking gorgeous. And just my I guess my early memory of her titties makes me remember that she was also really sexy at one point.
Yes. Always kind of.
Yeah. She's still looking really good. She's almost 60 and looking like a dime. I don't know, man. I kind of lean S.
I would lean S just for the sake of she's very talented. I mean, the characters that she plays, it really is like her role, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, very talented woman. She puts her all in these fucking characters and shit. Like in Swordfish, she was pretty good. In James Bond, she was really good. I mean, she played in like an animated movie. Well, we're like I don't know.
I'm comfortable putting her at S. I'm comfortable with that. That's hard to top, and she's an old lady. She's a grandma, probably. Like, good for Halle.
It was Halle Berry or Hallelujah. Nicole Kidman. I
might be in the minority here. I've never found her, even in her youth, to be super pretty. It's her eyes for me. She's just got angry, intense eyes, and she's got a big forehead. I never thought she was super pretty. She looks the same, to be like, for her credit, like from when she was like, I remember her and she was married to Tom Cruise and shit. She looks exactly the same. She looks like she'd fucking eat your heart, so her fucking forehead would grow.
So you're scared.
She looks like a little bit, Nick. I'm intimidated by this woman for sure. Look at her. She looks evil in that fucking outfit.
What?
Got like one bare arm and one.
Listen, you're just a scared little man. Let me explain, okay? I think because she doesn't age, it kind of like, I don't know. She's got the good genes. I think that she's very beautiful. I think. I mean, like if I had to choose between her and Diane Lane, I'm going Diane Lane. But you know where that judgment passes, I don't.
How old is Nicole Kidman? That's going to play a factor here.
57.
Oh, so she's up there. I mean, she's definitely aged well.
For sure.
For a honky,
Absolutely.
you know, us white folk, we don't age so gracefully. And
no.
I think it's because she drinks the fucking blood of the innocent to stay forever young. She just looks evil to me all the time. Just mad.
She was in Batman Forever with Jim Carrey, the best Batman there was and ever will be.
And
she was like the hot doctor.
She looked pissed off the whole time, probably.
Dude, she's fucking tough as shit. She's like punching bags and giving info to Bruce.
She looks like if you tried to get intimate, she'd fuck you up.
Yeah, I love that.
So we just learned Nixon to getting his nuts stomped on like a Japanese businessman.
Like, if this was the woman stomping my nuts, I'd be elated.
Yeah, you could do worse for sure.
Right? Like, it's not that bad, Mike. All right, you put Fran Drescher on the fucking list. All right, chill out.
Yeah. No, you know, I will say that like there's something elegant looking about her.
Yes,
I do appreciate that. She's probably a nicer lady than I'm giving her credit for. I don't know.
Elegant, disturbing. Oh, let's go. I'm putting a saddle on that, bro. Where do you put it?
I wanted to say D at first, just because I never thought she was pretty. Hate me? I just never thought she was super pretty. I think she deserves at least a C, but you know, I'll let you decide. In my eyes, anything not an A or above for sure.
Well, with the choices that we have in A and S, I kind of agree with you.
I think B would be fair.
I'm going B, because I
think B would be fair. Because I'm looking at this from like my youth where I never thought she was that pretty, but as a almost 60-year-old woman, she is beautiful. That she's a very pretty lady. I think B would be fair.
But putting her next to Catherine Zeta-Jones, you feel
No, I don't feel like that's wrong. I don't think she's prettier than either of the B tier ladies. Personally,
I'm putting her on B tier. Out of spite.
I don't hate it.
All right.
She's almost 60. You know, there's credit there.
Yes, of course. Well, one that we disagree on, Nicole Kidman, but one that we can agree on.
China.
China. Way to go. Love that.
Yeah. Ooh, Salma Hayek. Yeah, yeah. Definitely my first thought of this woman is From Dusk Till Dawn when she shoves
absolutely
the goddamn snake on her. She's fucking Quentin Tarantino's mouth with her foot. Oh man.
Perfect. Well, what a great scene. But it also carried some intensity too, because like you knew that all them bitches were just fucking monsters.
Oh yeah, that's when shit was about to hit the fan.
A beautiful monster, it's hard to come by. It really is.
She could bite my neck. She could bite my dick off if she wanted to. I wouldn't stop her.
She'd rip all your limbs off and then like play you like a guitar. Sick.
Yeah.
A badass.
Worst ways to go.
Don't surprise me like Cindy Crawford now.
Well, I don't think I can surprise you, but I got one more question. Do you happen to know how old Salma Hayek is?
Salma Hayek is 57.
Oh yeah, I lean S tier.
S tier.
She's almost 60, and she's a fucking smoke show. Sexy woman.
Frida in the S tier, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's not much to discuss there. She's very, very beautiful woman.
I don't know about this one. This was one that I was kind of like, man, like, yeah, little pretty. This is Goldie Hawn.
Ooh, Goldie Hawn, interesting choice. Yeah, interesting choice. Beautiful woman back in the day, for sure.
Yeah, like, absolutely. She had that like trailer trash vibe to her, like trailer trash, definitely. Like pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely get that. She had quite an energy to her too that was really attractive. Yes. I always like Goldie Hawn.
Very energetic, kind of, you know.
Yeah,
God, I loved her in that movie Overboard with Kurt Russell.
I love Overboard, man.
Come on now.
No, you grew up with old people 90s movies. I grew up on a lot of the 80s movies my folks liked back in the day. So Kurt Russell, just about anything. I saw Kurt Russell everything.
For sure. He was in. Yeah, God, he was in fucking everything, right?
You see Captain Ron?
Captain Ron. No.
Yeah, yeah. Don't talk to me about '90s movies unless you've seen Captain Ron.
Oh,
The
sorry.
Goldie Hawn.
How?
Before I try to like judge this, how old is she? She's got to be like 70. She's old.
She's 78.
78 years old.
Yes.
Okay. See that gives her some big points here.
Big
Like
point, right? I was kind of
obviously,
iffy
like
on this one because of the age. I'm like, ugh.
no, I'm full. It's awesome that you found somebody that's that close to death that's still kind of fuckable. Man,
It's a good call,
it's
right?
it's hard. This is gonna be a hard one to
Oh
place.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Honestly,
for sure. I mean, where do you go from here? A 78-year-old.
if she was like 57, I'd put her on D. But like, she's almost 80 years old, man, and like, that's not that bad. Like,
No,
she's still a pretty lady.
still still getting it. And still with Kurt Russell to this day. Never married.
Oh hell yeah, they keep it real.
They keep it real.
If we ever do like a hot old man list, I bet you Kurt Russell's still going to be up there.
Oh, probably. Oh, hell yeah.
Maybe that's the next one, folks. Hot old man list.
Hot old man. Hey, that's a handsome man.
Kurt Russell's got a beard now, so yeah, I'm sure he's a handsome man.
Sure.
He was handsome in what was that movie? All of them, I think. But
Red Dawn.
oh, Captain Ron. Captain Ron. That's
Captain
what I'm thinking
Ron. Fuck off.
you know, I have a hard time putting her at B or above. I really do. I think if she was younger, I'd put her at D because it's kind of rough looking, but I think C is fair, just given her advanced age. But
You're going
I'm
C.
open for discussion. I don't think she's B tier. If you look at like who else is up in the B tier, I don't think she's there.
I think she's the oldest one on our list.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I'd imagine.
But you're gonna knock her down to B tier. I don't have a problem with that.
No,
But
I'm thinking C personally.
going
Like nothing.
C.
Yeah, honestly,
Ouch.
it's just stacking her up with B. She's not as pretty, and I think D is a disservice because she's old.
For 78. I mean, obviously she's not going to be, 51 or fucking whatever her name or whatever her age was. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes it tough for me.
So would you take her home before the nanny or Catherine Zeta-Jones? I'm kind of thinking. I think she's kind of on par with them personally, but I don't.
Would I take her home over Nicole Kidman or Cindy Crawford or Diane Lane? Probably not.
If given equal opportunity.
Now, I'm interested in knowing your opinion on Katie Seagal.
Very pretty lady. Very sexy lady.
Would you see her, or would you see her on a poster?
Not now, but in her heyday, maybe.
I mean, Peggy Bundy. I mean, that's the wife.
Yeah.
That's wifey right there.
She's always had a banging body. Like back in the day, I don't know if she's tall, but for some reason she strikes me as a tall woman. I get Amazonian vibes from her. Mm-hmm. She's very voluptuous and yeah. Katie Seagal's sexy.
Say that word.
It's a fitting description, Nick.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, fuck, like her legacy is just unmatched. I mean, Married with Children fucking cracks me up to this day. Me and my dad watch that show still. My God. Sons of Anarchy, she was like super intense in that fucking show. As like the biker mom. Oh fuck. Rough. And Leela.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's Leela.
How old is Katie Seagal? She's got to be in her 60s for sure.
You think in her 60s?
I guess so.
She's 70.
She's been on She's 70?
70 years old, yeah.
Ooh. Hot damn, dude.
Come on, she's got that like goth librarian look to her in this picture. Oh God, I love goth librarians.
She gives me like Tina Fey vibes with bigger titties. We probably could have put Tina Fey on this list too. She's old.
Well, probably. I don't know. She might be like 48. I'm gonna take a guess, which is teetering.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few I saw that were teetering. Rosario Dawson being another one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this
Love
is
Rosario Dawson. Love Rosario Dawson.
Beautiful woman, but she's like 48, I think. So didn't make the cut.
Fuck. She was in have you seen that movie Death Proof?
Yes. Yeah, I saw Death Proof.
Love Rosario Dawson in that movie. Because she's like the clueless like designer while all these fucking people are like stuntmen.
I liked her in Clerks too, even though it was kind of a shitty movie.
Still holds up though.
It was all right. I feel like it's probably the weakest of all of the Clerks movies.
For sure.
That last one was just pulling on heartstrings the whole time. So if you've like followed those movies at all, like there's a lot of emotional moments in it. I thought it was good.
Did you watch Clerks the show?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
It was surprisingly funny. Like
yeah, right.
Didn't last very long, but it had some laughs. I liked it.
It was like all right. Like what are you doing? You know, Clerks in a cartoon. You know,
definitely
get the fuck out.
Reach. No one asked for it for sure.
No, not at all. Well, Mike, where do you put Katie Sagal? I'm going A tier myself.
That's where I'm leaning to. Like the only reason that's keeping her from S is she's always just been sexy in herself, but she's never like I don't think ever been like very provocative in her roles or tried to paint herself as a sex symbol or anything like that. But like I could see the argument for S only because she is sexy and she's 70. But like
70
I
years
think
old.
That gives her big points, but A's well deserved. I think she's as pretty as these other women and fucking killing it. Killing it at 70. That's wild.
70 years old. Yeah, that's a shock. I kind of know where this one's going to go. This one might be on the lower tier. Julianne Moore.
Who's Julianne Moore?
You don't know Julie?
Here we go again. Who?
Oh my god, dude.
Was she in like an officer and a gentleman or some other gay movie I didn't watch? Was she in? What was the big hit, Nick?
I didn't take down any notes for Julianne Moore for some reason.
Oh, you can't remember because no one knows who this lady is. Was she the lady that showed her boobs on Titanic?
Motherfucking.
She's in some movie.
She was in the 98 Psycho, which is a shit show. She's Maud Lebowski. Yeah, that's right. That's Maud Lebowski.
Oh,
she's naked in that fucking movie.
Okay. I have seen this lady before. Didn't recognize her. Looks a little different now.
Julianne Moore is 63 years old.
Oh. Shit. Well, I mean, if this is somewhat recent, then she looks really good for being a fucking grandma.
I didn't know she was in Benny and June, the movie that was shot in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, she was Clarice Starling in Hannibal. That's right.
I saw Hannibal. I don't remember Hannibal.
She was Clarice, the only other character in that movie besides
Hannibal. I know who Clarice is. I don't remember the Hannibal movie. I don't remember enjoying it very much. She was no Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster could have probably made this list too. I don't know if she's hot.
I kept her off because I didn't think so.
Yeah, she looks pretty rough these days.
She's older, but you know that happens.
Where do you put her? Thrown in her face. Well, she's very pretty. I don't know. C, I guess.
I'm surprised that you went this high.
I'm being nice. I think I'm just.
Are you?
She's very plain looking. You know, like she's pretty. She's not sexy at all. She looks like a pretty old lady. But I think C's fair.
Isn't that what we're doing?
I think she stacks up with the C ladies. I don't think any higher, and I don't think she deserves lower.
Let's go with Elizabeth Hurley. Oh, nice fucking picture.
I think this is from her OnlyFans. I think she had like an OnlyFans with her daughter or something who's super hot too.
Ooh, weird. This is the Austin Powers lady.
Yep, Miss Kensington.
God. She was
the one that
fucking smoking in that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, and I'm assuming this is a recent picture, and if so, the body's held up tight.
58.
Oh shit! I didn't think she'd be that old. Jesus.
I don't know.
If that's a 58 body, man, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, then, I mean, S tier, obviously. I don't think she's done anything besides Austin Powers, besides the OnlyFans.
Not that I'm aware of. That's the only thing I remember her from.
But where do you put her, since this is your chick?
I don't know. I lean A. For some reason, I'm not quite getting the S. If Austin Powers had been a little sexier of a role, because she was also kind of a prude in Austin Powers, if you remember. She ended up kind of coming around towards the end and being more of a perv with fucking Mike Myers, but she was always kind of resistant and not quite the sexy character of that whole thing.
Well, it wasn't like a sexy role.
No, it's not her fault.
She was supposed to be that way, though. That was the design.
It's not her fault, but when it's like the only thing I'm going based off of, because I don't know if she was in anything else, I think she's missing that slight sexy factor to push her up over the top.
You only like sex roles? That's so funny. Come on.
Well, I mean, I don't want to
Halle Berry showed her titties. Some higher put a foot in a guy's mouth. Like, yeah, that's fucking hot.
Well, what do you think, Nick? What do you think, Nick? Do you think she needs S tier?
I think so. I mean, because she's 58, she's gonna be almost 60, and with that, I mean, it works. I mean, whatever she's doing. If this is a recent picture, I don't know if this is a recent picture.
I'm assuming it is, only because I remember hearing like recently she was doing like OnlyFans shit with her daughter. I guess that's kind of sexy in a weird, fucked up way.
That's weird, though.
That's what chicks do, man. Like, chicks are weird sexually with each other. Like, they don't mind doing goofy shit like that for money.
Daughter, come on, that's family. That's what you sit across the table with.
Well, I don't subscribe to OnlyFans, so I don't know what their content is. I don't know if they do shit together or if like they just each have their own OnlyFans and they cross promote.
Yeah, ass to asses in it. That's shut the fuck up, everyone.
I could see the S tier argument because she's really pretty still, and her body is banging for almost 60. Like, she's kept it tight.
Yes. So, are you comfortable with A, or do you want to go S? It's up to you. But she hasn't been in anything else besides Austin Powers, so that kind of makes me think that like she's not that great at anything else.
Just being pretty.
Just being pretty.
Yeah, I'm still happy with A. I mean, I can see the argument for S, but I think she's a strong A, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Let's go with this one. Winona Ryder.
Oh, good pick.
I was convinced that you were gonna be a mad hater.
Winona Ryder's always been very pretty, Nick. What are you talking about? She's always looked the same. She's like aged very well. She's kind of like the female Keanu Reeves. They look the same forever.
Oh yeah. Oh, good call. Yeah.
Yeah. How old is Winona
now? 52.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's looking great for 52. Yeah. She was still really pretty in that fucking show, Stranger Things. So she's holding up.
Yeah, she played a good mom role. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always found Winona Ryder very attractive. Beetlejuice was probably her most attractive role to me.
Sure. Yeah.
I think she's pretty talented too, because I watched the. Oh my God! Here comes another old man show from Mike to fuck with me, hon. I watched that. She was in a movie called Reality Bites.
Yeah, never seen that one.
Never seen that one, of course. Never. Essentially, what the movie was about was that she was caught between two guys, Ethan Hawke and Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is like an accountant, straight lace, always wearing a suit type of guy, and Ethan Hawke was he was in a band and like he smoked weed and didn't have any fucking like shit. I don't remember what happened in that movie. All I know is soundtrack is a banger. Pretty fun movie for the time. I think it came out in the early 90s, I'm sure, which is kind of Winona Ryder's like a little heyday there a little bit, you know?
For sure.
But all things aside, I mean, where do you put her? That's the tricky part.
A.
Going
I lean A. Yeah.
B tier feels too wrong.
Right. And so does S tier. I think comparatively she stacks up really well with the A tier.
I can agree with that. Okay, I don't know who this person is at all. Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I was running out of ideas. She's the old lady from 40-Year-Old Virgin that Steve Carell's trying to fuck, and she's the mom in Get Out as well.
Sure.
So
okay. Right.
This one, this is one where I'm like, yeah, running out. So this is one where like, I think she's really pretty for her age. I'm sure this lady's probably pushing 70 years old. 64? Yeah, that's a strong 64 right there, I'd say.
Yes, I can agree with that. Yeah, as soon as you said 40-Year-Old Virgin, I immediately, she was pretty in that movie.
Yeah. And she's aged pretty gracefully, I'd say.
Yeah.
64 is hard.
Yeah, that's a tough age. It's like it makes or breaks you. Okay, so where are you putting this one? B tier?
I think a respectable C. She's not like a total smoke show, but like definitely a pretty lady for her age. I think this would have been more interesting now that I think about it if we just would have put like old ladies, period, on the list and not just hot ones, so we would have had more D's. Like Paula Deen.
Wow, you chose Paula Deen, huh? Martha Stewart. D.
Ooh, Martha Stewart would have been a decent one. Dolly Parton.
That
would have been an interesting pick.
That's like what, like 60 and up?
Yeah, maybe next one will be like 70 plus hottest ladies.
Catherine Keener. This one is surprising. This one is surprising from you.
Another running out of ideas like, oh, who's the hot old lady in Step Brothers? This lady.
Who's the old lady from Back to the Future 3? The worst Back to the Future.
This is another one. I'm like, she kind of falls into the same category as the last lady. Like, she's not a smoke show, but for being an old fucking lady, like, she's not a gray hair, you know.
Very steam virgin. 70 years old.
Yeah, 70 years old. That's looking pretty good, man. Looking like a first lady.
Kind of gives you the mom next door type of vibe. You know, she plays that role pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a typecast kind of gal, but does it well.
Pretty funny. She's really funny in Step Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I don't know what else she was in, so I'll go based off that performance. Great performance.
God, I see her in a whole bunch of other stuff. I can't, for the life of me, point out a movie, but. Is this another B tier for you? Since this was the running out of ideas lady?
Either B or C would be fair, I think. I mean, I think she's at least as pretty as the last lady. And she's older. She's 70 years old. That's
all right. For 70.
70s, it's hard to look even remotely. Like, I don't want to look at a 70-year-old ever. So, like, that's pretty good.
B seems fair?
Okay. Yeah, only given her advanced age, I think she gets a nod for B. She's one of, like, what, 2 70-plus-year-olds on the board? That's pretty good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 78 right here. And, God, I can't believe she's 78. Goldie Hawn.
That's wild, yeah. I mean, had she been 68, she might be B tier. Who knows?
Sheryl Crow.
Ah.
This was a running out of ideas one for me.
Yeah, she's kind of a handsome lady. I don't know.
All I wanna do is have some fun. Come on.
That's like another one, like another lady I never thought was like super hot ever. But I mean, she's definitely a pretty lady, and
she's definitely a pretty old blonde.
Yeah.
That's what I like about her.
How old is Sheryl Crow? She got to be up there.
61.
Oh shit. That gives her some points for sure.
The first cut is the deepest, Mike.
Are you strong enough to be my girl? I don't know, Cheryl. I don't know. Lance Armstrong was, and then he got cancer.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Lost the nut and kicked him to the curb.
Not cool, Cheryl. She's like, yeah, I like my dicks to have 2 balls attached.
Two
Sorry,
balls,
Lance.
man.
Ooh, I know. I said I loved you, but I don't. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to give you heart cancer right now, but I'm leaving you. Well, I mean, where do you put her?
Well, she's 61. I think that's a respectable B at least. I think she's a pretty lady for being in her 60s.
Yeah, I feel weird putting her in S tier. That's weird. I don't know. Next to Winona Ryder, it's like that's not too bad of a judgment. But then you see fucking Tits McGee over here, like obviously
Keep
not.
working your way down. It's hard.
Yeah,
I think she stacks up with B. I think she's better looking than the C tier. So
sure.
I think B is fair.
B is fair. Let's go B. And Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. God,
she's still looking good.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. Scarface is one of like my favorite.
Yeah.
Movies. Hell yeah, dude. She's just coked out all the time, and she gave it back.
I like her in, you'll probably remember this one. I liked her in Dangerous Minds. Did you watch Dangerous Minds, Nick?
Dangerous Minds?
There's a 90s movie. It's the song where Coolio's Gangster Paradise was like the main, like he wrote it for this movie.
Okay,
and and she was like this teacher taking over for like all the inner city kids.
God, those movies are so hokey.
Oh, it was a piece of shit. She comes in like she gets bullied her first day, and then she comes in the next day with a leather jacket on to try to get their respect.
Whoa. Okay. She shows
up to class and rap music's playing really loud. I'm like, okay, she got some street cred now. She was fine. Michelle Pfeiffer's been beautiful for years. Timeless beauty.
Would you say the best Catwoman?
The sexiest for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to know how old Michelle Pfeiffer is.
Michelle Pfeiffer? How old do you think
she's got to be? 63.
Pretty close, 65.
Smoke show. Could have told me this was what Avril Lavigne looks like today, and I would have believed you. Like she looks really good for being in her 60s. How old are other S tier members? That's what I want to know.
S tier. So I think Marissa Tomei is 59. Halle Berry is 57, and who else is up there? Salma Hayek is 57.
I could see Michelle Pfeiffer being the grand matron of the S tier. You know,
iconic Michelle Pfeiffer. Iconic.
Yeah, she's been beautiful forever. Just still got it. I kind of think she deserves an S tier. I honestly do.
You want S tier?
A would also be fair, but I think for being in her 60s, she's holding up.
That kind of makes sense, putting her on B tier. That's even better.
S is hard. S is hard.
It's hard to place. It really is. But god damn it, I loved her in Scarface. She's so elegant with her coke habit.
Yeah, it was a lot classier back in the day.
Sure. So where would you put her?
I can't decide between S and A. So I think you're well versed enough in Michelle Pfeiffer. You can help influence a decision.
Just based off of like movies alone, I kind of want to put her in S tier because like all of her roles are just blockbusters. So
true.
She's got some talent there for sure, and I feel like this is another instance where it comes so naturally for her to get into those roles. You know, like in Scarface, you just saw the distraughtness in her face when she's yelling at him in the restaurant. You know.
Sure.
So talent definitely goes a long way for me. So I'm going S tier.
I'm happy with that. I think she deserves it.
Definitely, right?
Michelle Pfeiffer, you're a hot ass old lady.
Last one, I think. Sigourney Weaver. This was an interesting choice because I I see her as attractive in like in an attitude sort of way. You know, she seems very put together. She seems very, you know, nurturing. You know, I think that gives her quite a bit. Um, I think she's a little bit pretty. You know,
this is a hard one, Nick. You're putting me in a tough spot, man.
that's what I've been trying to do this whole fucking video.
She was hot in the Alien movies when she was younger, and I wouldn't even say hot at that point. She was like kind of pretty.
Sure.
She did not age well, and she's looks like an old librarian here, and not a nice one. I don't know. She's probably like 80, and if that's the case, she looks good for her age. But
74.
74, yeah, that makes sense. She's old. She looks good for an old lady, but just
Ghostbusters?
definitely one that she's never been that pretty.
I thought she looked pretty good in Ghostbusters. What about in Galaxy Quest?
When she was fucking 52, she looked like an old version of her once hotter self.
I don't know about that. Not for Galaxy Quest.
I'm when did that come out? She was probably close to 50 when that came out.
1999.
She's 74 now, so she's probably about 50. I mean, she's better looking then than now. I'm struggling with this one, Nick.
Why?
Because I'm thinking we finally landed on our first D tier hot old lady. Because I don't think Sigourney Weaver's got it no mo.
That's what I initially thought too. Let's just place her in one and see where we go. That seems
moving her up with this.
That seems okay.
Moving her up with
that's weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. No. But then come on. That's almost mean. Aliens, another iconic movie. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie. Not that hot of a lady. I mean, we might as well put Sally Field up here and see if she's still hot. I'm not saying she's ugly. She's 74. She looks great for 74. Most people don't look half as good, but somebody had to go. Sigourney.
Somebody had
first
to go.
name Sigourney.
Unfortunately,
that's fucked up.
That's fucked
up. Sigourney. Now that's not a name.
No, it is not. No, you're right. I haven't met a Sigourney yet.
Thank God.
Like, imagine the nicknames. Hey, Siggy, you pass me a beer?
That's all there is.
Hey, Gorney.
That hurts to hear. Yeah, no. I vomit every time I fucking hear that.
Gorney Weaver. Ew.
Here comes the big Gorn.
Yeah, that's it. Hell yeah, dude. Now, I was going to put Raquel Welch on there. But unfortunately, she has died. So I don't think that counts. Because if you're dead, you can't fuck them.
That's true. And yeah, if you're depending how long you've been dead, you're probably not looking too good. Probably a little decayed and gross at this point. So probably not holding up so good. So sorry,
Oh,
Raquel.
no, maybe not. I don't think so.
Unless she was like preserved like Lennon or something, and she's under glass, perfectly preserved, then she might still be kind of hot, but I don't know. I don't think they did that.
No. Yeah. Well, alrighty. So, are there any that you feel should be moved? Okay, S tier goes to Marissa Tomei, Halle Berry, Salma Hayek, Michelle Pfeiffer. Pretty self-explanatory. I think that Marissa Tomei, absolutely. Halle Berry, sure. Salma Hayek, yes. But Michelle Pfeiffer is like kind of a dipping point because all of these women just the first three they don't age ever.
Mm.
You know, they stay hot forever. Michelle Pfeiffer, you can kind of see a decline.
Oh, for sure.
But again, like she is fucking 65.
And
I mean, she's holding
I've
up
seen
really, really well.
right for her age. Like, there's worse looking 35-year-olds. Like, I
For
think she's
sure.
held up pretty good for her age.
Yes. Okay. So you're this is solid. That S tier.
I feel. Yeah, I'm struggling to see anyone I would move really.
A tier: Gabrielle Union, Sofia Vergara, Katie Seagal, fucking Boobs McHenry over Elizabeth Hurley, and Winona Ryder.
Yeah, they're all A-list hotties.
Yeah. All right. I was going to suggest moving Sofia Vergara up, but the fact that she's 51, you know, that kind of, you know, you're there. And B tier goes to Diane Lane, who you don't know, Cindy Crawford, Nicole Kidman, Catherine Keener, Mary Steenburgen, and Sheryl Crow. Well, what did we decide for Diane Lane?
I think she fits perfectly in B.
I want to see how. I just want to see something. That looks like it fits in A tier. You know, she's very hot in this very different way for me. She's almost like putting her right next to Winona Ryder. That kind of makes sense to me.
She looks better in the small thumbnail than she did up close. When she looks up close, she looks more like a Southern mom. Then you see
And
the
that's a
age
bad
more.
thing to you.
In this competition, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Move her back down. That's what you're saying.
I mean,
Does
there's no
that
stake.
does that look weird with in her in A tier?
Not necessarily. I think it was hard at first because she was an early comer, and next to Gabrielle Union, I think it is a mismatch. And there's some smoke shows in B. I think she's like with me. She's right along with like Sheryl Crow.
So move her down.
I would say so. I mean, I'm not going to like argue either way. There's no stakes here, no prizes at hand.
Sure, we can go there. C tier, you got that fucking Fran Drescher over here, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Goldie Hawn, and Julianne Moore. I feel like you're kind of mean with Julianne Moore.
I don't know. She's pretty. She's older too. I mean, I could see the argument for B. She's just kind of plain looking. I don't know.
So no one else looks plain looking? I think Sheryl Crow looks plain looking.
Yeah, but she's also prettier than that other lady. And also 60. And no one knows who Julianne Moore is. She was in The Big Lebowski and other shit no one saw.
Julianne, everybody knows Julianne Moore. Come on, you don't. So
you had to look her up as soon as you're like, oh, what was she in? Yeah, you're like,
I did. I don't have that great of a memory. I got diabetic memory up here. Okay, Sam.
Everyone knows who she is, but I didn't.
Yes.
No one knows.
Not at the top of my head. That's the thing is that she's not off the top of my head actress to me.
But you picked her.
But you know Julianne Moore.
Now I do after like remembering one movie she was in.
She was also Clarice. Gets points.
Yes, in Hannibal. I did see Hannibal. Don't remember it like Silence of the Lambs, but I did see it. But she's pretty. I mean, I could see the argument for B, especially since she's in her 60s.
Sure. C is do it, and D tier is Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, we could put Goldie down there, but that seems mean because she's 80.
Yeah, that's fucked up. No, I don't know. Like, does that feel weird to you?
This one's where like it being zoomed in really makes the difference, because like a tiny thumbnail, a lot of lights, a lot of makeup. She looks pretty good here, but you zoom it in, she looks like a 80s rocker.
Even right there?
I don't think she's still pretty enough for B. She's definitely not a D tier. She's prettier than Sigourney Weaver. But she looks like she sings for Night Ranger or something.
Oh, your most hated band.
Don't tell me you love me, Goldie Hawn.
Okay. So that's the list then. Hell yeah, dude.
Solidified forever.
Big ups to Marissa Tomei. I think Marissa Tomei is my favorite.
Me too. And that was like the one, it was like an instant like S. That's where it goes. Like no question.
No question. Yeah. For sure.
Unanimous across the board. She's a smoke show.
Definitely. Was there any, well, who's your favorite? Your favorite person? Doesn't even matter.
If we're just like regarding shit that they've done, probably the one that holds the candle closest to my heart is going to be Cindy Crawford. She was just the hot chick when time appropriate for me. She was the hottest shit in the world when I was a kid. So
sure.
I like Goldie too. I like her movies. It's good to see her get the mention.
Yes.
But
yeah. I feel so weird giving it to C tier. Just because of her age, she looks so good.
It's true. She's like a gazillion. I mean, we could give her the nod to B.
Would you feel weird giving her the nod to B?
I feel like it'd be inauthentic. We'd just be doing it to be nice.
But does she deserve it? Does she deserve us being nice to her?
Sure.
Well, I'm not going to put it up there if you don't want it. Come on.
No, I think she's good where she's at.
Where she's at.
You can't expect too much when you're that old, unless you're Katie Seagal, who's 70 and still looks like she wants it.
I think my favorite is Katie Seagal. Because she still does shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. She's still Leela and will be forever. She's Peggy Bundy forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
Strong pick.
Now, God, like all these people are pretty iconic, but it's hard to pick one that's like super duper like still going strong. I feel like my favorite still is Katie Seagal in that aspect, because I fucking love Married with Children, and I fucking love Futurama, and I love Sons of Anarchy. Like, those shows hold up through the test of time.
Yeah, she stayed busy throughout all the years. Like, she been like since the late 80s until up to now. She stayed relevant. Totally. Hard to do, especially like when I don't think she's ever done movies. It's always just been television. So it's hard to stay a mainstay in that kind of field.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Hey, that's the tier list. Maybe a part 2